Hey everyone, my name is Sir Ansbach, and we're still here in the Shadowlands. I'm not tired of it, but I am ready to finally see Mikola and give him a piece of my mind. I'll tell you that much. Yes, this is Elden Dogs, your favorite podcast about Elden Ring, and dry January for me, not for Lady Freya.
Lady Freya here, doing a damp January.
It's a monsoon season over here for Lady Freya.
Yeah. No, instead of doing totally dry, I think I'm going to do damp, which is, but at first, people think that means like he's off the deep end. Oh no, he's drinking. No, I am going to drink quite a bit. But I was thinking about going like a week on, week off, because once I did Sober October for like that 3 weeks, like that felt good. But at a certain point, it just felt unnecessary. Felt like a punishment almost.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just a functional alcoholic and I need it.
Can confirm. Yes, today we will be discussing, and for those that are not our Patreon supporters, this is probably not January unless it's 2026 for you. I don't know how these episodes shake out. It's get on our Patreon if you want these episodes as we record them.
If it's 2026, I wonder how Grand Theft Auto 6 is.
I wonder how Soak Song is. Tell us from the future. Leave it in the comments. Today we're talking about my favorite area in the Lands Between. I think in the entire Lands Between, as well as the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. We're talking about the Finger Ruins, and this will encompass Bonnie Village, Morth Ruins, Cathedral of Manus Metyr, and the Finger Ruins areas as well. So we're in the Shadow Altus, and we come up upon a site of grace here, and a Mikola's Cross saying, I abandon here the flesh of my body. Mikola, just calm down, dude. You've been cutting a lot.
My thinking is, at this point in the game, I just thought that Mikola had seen The Invisible Man with Kevin Bacon.
Oh, the classic?
The classic, and just got like really into it. And we're just misinterpreting everything at these crosses. Like, he just wants to be Mr. Invisible.
Well,
it's one theory.
That was the first DVD my family owned.
It was one of the first ones I owned.
And I remember watching it a lot because there was some illicit scenes, and young Bradley was excited. Our little Ansbach, as we call him. Yeah, what do we find by Mikola's Cross here?
You're going to find Dryleaf Dane, an enigma and fervent follower of Mikola. He left the monk's missive for us at the first sight of grace in the Shadow Altus, challenging us if we want to learn the way of the warrior. Been in service to Mikola longer than Letta. They have known each other for a long time, but she has never heard his voice.
It sounds like it's cool for a while, but dude, eventually you should say something.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself out there a little bit.
The shy guy can work. I get it.
Yeah, it's a popular play.
It's a Drive with Ryan Gosling. The dude says nothing. I'm like, he's so cool.
Well, it's that plus the leather jacket with the scorpion on it.
I don't know if it's leather. I feel like it's more satin.
It could be. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
And I like that it says, learn the way of the warrior. Favorite 3DO game. Classic.
Hell yeah. Breaking Mikola's charm does not affect Dryleaf Dane. Dryleaf Dane just sounds like somebody who just like smokes a shit ton of weed.
Dryleaf, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to go hang out with old Dryleaf at the 7-Eleven behind the dumpster and smoke this joint.
I mean, or if you left your weed out for too long, or you find it in the bottom of your drawer after a year.
Or maybe
those leaves are dry, dude.
Yeah, maybe Dryleaf is just what they call weed in the Lands Between.
Yes, but that dry leaf.
Yeah,
and then Dane doesn't say a word. He just looks at you. It's like, I'm tired of this, man.
Because he's so stoned. He's so stoned. He's like he's too nervous to speak.
We've cracked it.
Yeah, that was easy. He wears a hat to obscure his vision, wears a hat to obscure his vision. Meeting the gaze of another can overcome the senses, often leading to the downfall of those who would walk the noble and solitary seeker's path. He also wears arm wraps tight, as if it was to prevent them from being broken. So there's better armor out there than arm wraps, but at the same time,
maybe it's holding himself together. He's brittle. He is brittle. Every time I've summoned this guy, we'll talk about him in the next episode. He gets in the way more than anything.
Yeah, I was really intimidated when they were like, dude, there's this fucking crazy dude over here that'll just fight you. Like, he's down to clown. And when I find in this game that the enemies are scary, somebody who willingly wants to fight and doesn't have to because they're an NPC, that's even scarier.
Well, it's scary until you use the "May the best win" gesture to challenge him, and the fight though he's a kind of a pushover. He spawns far away, so just fucking nick him with some range stuff before he gets there, and then he goes down pretty quick.
Yeah,
It's I'm Brad Pitt and you're
Edward Norton,
Bruce Lee in Once Upon a Time in America. Hollywood, whatever that is. Oh yeah. I just read that scene in the book. It's very good.
Wasn't Bruce Lee's family like super pissed?
Yeah,
about his representation.
It makes him look like a twerp, but the book explains it better. Where he had a reputation for beating up stuntmen and blaming on the stuntmen. So Brad Pitt's like, nah, fuck this guy. You actually know why he's trying to antagonize him a little bit.
Yeah, because he is a stuntman.
Yeah,
yeah. So he's like,
and he does it. I love his move where he lets the guy get his. The first hit in, which is always going to be the big move, and he lets him get him. And then the second time, he's like, they always go for it again.
Yeah.
95% of the time. Then he just fucking tosses him into the car. That's what I do to Dryleaf Dane.
I can't wait to watch that movie again. I've been itching to watch it. I think I'm going to go buy it.
If you like reading books, you should read the book.
I would like to read the book. Is it written by Tarantino too?
Yeah.
That's
First
dope.
novel he ever wrote, I think.
Damn, I didn't. That went way under my radar.
Yeah. You beat him up, though, and what do you get?
Weapon type hand-to-hand, similar or a variant of the fist weapons, adding multiple quick moves that the player will be able to perform by using only their body as a weapon.
He has to register it in the state of California if he goes there, too.
2 illegal guns on both sides of his torso.
Yep.
This would be an exciting build to do if you wanted. I'm playing a monk in Dungeons and Dragons currently, so I just punch everything.
Are they overpowered?
No, I'm getting my just absolute cheeks clapped right now. Like, it's bad. Clap, clap. You can also get the Dryleaf Arts, a technique for hand-to-hand combat without the aid of a weapon. This martial art combines fist strikes and kicks, the teachings of a group of spiritual seekers known as the Dryleaf Sect, or your local drug dealers. Revealed only to those of worthy valor and character, the practice of this martial art marks the dawn of an ascetic journey.
Yep, that's the journey of the ascetic begins with this art. Apparently, there's an entire sect of these dudes who aren't talking, but no one knows about them because they don't say anything.
Yeah, they're pretty chill dudes. I mean,
yeah. Apparently, he also leaves his hat. He just kind of drops a lot of things and runs away.
Well, when you beat his ass, he's kind of
you don't come back for your hat after you get your ass beat.
Yeah, unless you're Indiana Jones.
Well, yeah, he does get his ass beat. I'm excited to talk about that.
You can also get the Ash of War Palm Blast. Default skill of both hand-to-hand weapons. Skill of the spiritual seekers known as the Dryleaf Sect. Imbues hand with energy before using a palm strike to unleash an explosive blast. The already formidable power and impact can be bolstered by charging the attack. So this is essentially just like, it'd be like Key in Dungeons and Dragons. Like, it's essentially just your monk power.
Yeah.
Which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Patch 1.13.
I actually just put a firework in my hand and then I punch someone.
Just a black cat.
That's right like a Batman Arkham Asylum. When he like sprays like a C4 to his hand and punches Joker.
Yeah.
I was like, that's really dangerous for everyone.
Yeah, dude, you're going to blow your hand off.
Bruce.
For someone who doesn't want to kill, that was incredibly reckless.
Yeah.
Patch 1.13 decreased poise and greatly nerfed this Ash of War. After the fight, a message is found. Grow not complacent. Continue to temper your strength.
Whenever I get my ass kicked, I'm like, you've passed the first test.
Which was beating me.
Keep working on it, though. I will see you later. I act like it was on purpose.
Yeah, you act like you're teaching them something when in all honesty, you're just like at home in the fetal position crying.
I got my ass kicked.
Yeah.
We're going to be honest. I got my ass kicked. Here, though, you find the Morth ruins, city destroyed by what happens in the lands between. Something fell from the sky and destroyed your village again.
Yeah. It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah, meteor insurance is through the fucking roof here, man.
You should have had nationwide. They're on your side.
No, and even with them, they're like, no, Meteor Insurance, it's like Florida hurricanes.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
It's very expensive.
They don't have a Dave from State Farm that just like, could you imagine if the guy with the polo and the khakis was just walking around like, you need Meteor Insurance. This is the lands between. It is dangerous.
Yeah. Jake from State Farm, the new Elden Ring build.
Yeah, Jake. It's not Dave.
Yeah, there's Shadow Undead, there's Curse Blades. Fuck those guys. There's a Horn Shaman. Here you'll find the Shattered Stone Talisman. It's a Shattered Linchpin Stone. Raises potency of kicking and stomping skills. Linchpin stones are spiritual anchors, said to hold the ground in place and quell the fury of earthquakes. When this one shattered, the surrounding town fell into the broken earth. One account claimed that the moon itself had come tumbling down. That specific wording makes everyone thinks that Rolana was involved because she has her twin moon spell. It also just kind of draws the attention of like the Nox and the Noxtella. Something fell from the sky, from the heavens. I don't know if it was Rolana, but sure. Regardless, it looks like this village was probably destroyed on purpose to prevent people from getting elsewhere, or if you want to go down that rabbit hole, they could have been studying something. Maybe some guy was just pissed at someone because he didn't pay him some money he owed.
Yeah, could have been. Where was Radon in all this? Isn't the homie supposed to be holding the stars up?
Yeah.
He had one job.
He had one job. Now, this raises damage of affected moves by 10%. This applies to both Dryleaf, Whirlwind, and any kicking attacks featured in the Dryleaf arts and Dane's footwork movesets. Given that both hand-to-hand weapons feature a kicking, jump, heavy attack, this talisman can be stacked with a Claw Talisman and either Gravebird's Black Quill armor or Raptor's Black Feathers to produce a 39.15% damage bonus.
Those are big numbers.
I wrote these notes and I didn't know this because they just described what my first build was, the Black Quill armor. I'd use the claws as well. This could have been great. Applies to the final kick of Deadly Dance. Applies to the Poison Flower, Blooms Twice, Hoarfrost Stomp, and Divine Beast Frost Stomp as well. The moon had come tumbling down. Yes, like I said, it might have been to seal away Bonnie Village and the cathedral, prevent people from learning too much about the cathedral we're going to go see. The moon of Noxtella was shattered or damaged. Its fragments are now mostly found in the hands of carrion associated individuals. Perhaps this was that event. And yes, underground, there is a temple as well. And you can find the incantation Golden Arcs, sorcery of the Inquisitors of the Tower. And the Inquisitors makes me think that this was also sealed away, kept separate, because they did the same thing with the Abyssal Woods. Essentially, they're like the FBI, the CIA, the KGB. If they're around, some shit's going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, this sorcery is a swing of the arm, releases a procession of golden arcs. The arcs resemble barbs, a known symbol of coercive questioning.
Damn.
Yep.
Next, we're going to a place that I famously, when I discovered it, I mispronounced twice.
What did you call it?
So I first read it as Brawny Village, like LeBron James Jr.
I do not want to go to Brawny Village, dude. This sounds like a fucking horrible amusement park.
That's just what Brawny Jr. calls his room. Because now that he plays for the Lakers, he probably still lives at home.
I thought he played for the Goon Squad or Toon Squad.
You know what? Is that what the G League affiliate is?
I don't.
It could be.
I did see Space Jam 2 once, but I forget.
Yeah. No, but I thought I read it as Brawny Village, and I thought that was funny. And then I read it as Bony Village.
Bony Bear.
And I was like, yo, there's not a lot. I mean, there's dead people here, but like, I was really expecting like houses made out of bones. And then I saw it, I think in one of our outlines when we were just kind of glossing over some stuff. And I was like, Bonnie Village.
Yep.
There we go. I'm full circle now.
Lebrani.
You wrote attractive or beautiful, yikes. Would you care to elaborate? You just literally wrote attractive or beautiful. Yikes.
That's what Bonnie means.
Oh.
So this is like pretty happy land to the horn scent.
Okay. It's not.
It seems like it might be a misnomer.
Yeah, because I would not like a timeshare in Bonnie Village.
No. You can get better prices for a house here than in Detroit. It's not good.
Yeah, no, the market
Copper is stripped out of all of these houses. There's just two naked dudes running around with knives, and then they're shoving corpses into jars.
which, I mean,
There's a lot of things I don't like about this place.
yeah, if this was small town murder, the real estate report would be hilarious.
Bonnie Village, population 12.
You can get a couple acres here. Never mind the naked men with the knives. They'll leave you alone as long as you say you're down with jars.
Yeah, there's
they'll put you in
a
one.
lot of murders here, though.
Yeah, way high.
Small town massacre.
There's a greater potentate. NPC enemies that are pretty dang naked and wear caterpillars on their faces. I'm not kink shaming anybody.
I like bad descriptions of Elden Ring things.
Yeah, and that's very eyes wide shut.
Yeah. I just don't know if there's a lot of weird sex cults in the lanes between. I think it's something sorely missing.
They do need a few.
Yeah. I mean, the Windmill Village might have a rub club, but I don't want to go there.
You know, Godric's getting down with some freaky grafted shit.
He does the stranger on all of his hands at once.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
And I think Dylan looked up Rule 34.
I think that I have too.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have seen it as well.
Yeah. You get curious, you know?
One of the weapons you can find is the Bonnie butchering knife, it just sounds like a murder weapon. Weapon of the greater potentates of Bonnie Village, an outside butcher's cleaver used to dismember human bodies in the making of the great jars stored in the jails. Restores a very small amount of HP when squarely strikes an enemy. Strength and primarily dex are going to be what you're scaling this with, and its unique skill is Hone Blade. Perform a stroking action to sharpen the blade, honing its cutting edge and increasing the amount of HP recovered, the greater potentate's treasure of the tools of their practice. I really like this idea as a unique skill because, what is it, the Serpent's Blade that you can find when you're going up the side of the mountain to get to the Altus Plateau the first time?
Okay. Yep.
That gives you HP back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they patched it out, but you don't even need to be wielding it. For a while there, you just had to have it like in one of your hands, and you would still get the benefit from it.
It's an interesting thing.
I remember early on when I was trying to beat that giant fire dragon,
The magma worm.
The magma worm.
I forget his name.
Yeah, it's one of the things that kind of saved my ass. I like anything that gives you HP back. Plus, it's like sharpening or stealing the blade to make it sharper gives you more HP. I don't know. It's just kind of like it's really emo and metal. And I like that.
Emo and metal.
Dude, I'm creating new genres here. 40 seconds increases damage by 6%, only by 4 in PvP, though, as if that pertains to me at all.
Doesn't pertain to us.
And increases the HP restored on hits to 1%. So you're not getting big boy numbers, but it's nice to know that I'm taking something.
It's something.
It's something.
And those percentages all stack up in the lands between.
And I think I did fuck around with this weapon a little bit just because I thought it was kind of cool sounding. And you attack pretty quick with it.
Yeah, I could definitely see there being a good build with this. There's probably some talismans, some things that'll stack with it.
I could just make my Ed Gein build and rock 2 of these, one in each hand.
And then this is a vulgar militia nipple belt. Took a lot more nipples. They have tiny nipples.
I mean, it'd be so easy with Mikola just discarding parts of his body. You don't even have to go grave digging anymore. You're just like, hey, look at it. There's a hand. I can make that good ladle that I've always been wanting.
Godric's just following Mikola around, picking up all the little parts. Just sloop.
Yep, right to him.
Just magnetic like a switch controller onto himself. Outside of the Bonnie Village, there's a giant snake skin. And it's kind of unassuming. You'll see it out there, but there's nothing like drawn to it. There's no like messages around it. Snakes shed their skin. It's a process called ecdysis. Ecdysis. If you're a snake expert, let me know. This is to accommodate growth and remove parasites and damage from their skin.
It's very important. And if you have a snake that is shedding in real life, don't help it shed. I learned that the hard way.
You had a snake?
No, my buddy in high school did. His family had a snake called Monty that was older than all of us.
Oh, what happened to Monty?
No, it just, they shed in their own normal time. Like, it looks like you want to help them because it's like, oh, let me just help you peel that back. But that's not good. It's supposed to happen naturally and over time. There's some.
It's weird how it's like comes off as like a full thing.
Yeah, and apparently very good. Like it feels good for them to like shake it off themselves. When you start peeling it back, you might be peeling back layers that aren't ready to come up yet. Monty was cool though.
Okay.
He used to he'd wrap around your arm. He was a little ball python.
Yeah.
And he'd go up your shirt and kind of poke his head out by your neck.
Pass.
And I would play Guitar Hero and have him wrapped around my arm or up my back. It was the coolest little snake ever. He wasn't small.
That's both metal and lame. Because of the snake, but also because of Guitar Hero.
Oh, dude. And what made it even lamer is we were playing on a Wii.
I want a Guitar Hero controller again. I'd play the fuck out of that.
I have 3.
You have 3?
Yeah. One's kind of busted.
What console?
360.
Nice. Can I borrow one?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got to figure out which one is. I think the Paul McCartney one I got is working pretty good.
I just organized my games again the other day, and I found out that I have 2 copies of Breath of the Wild, and I don't know why.
Does Justin have his?
Nobody knows.
We'll find out.
As snakes grow, their skin doesn't, so it becomes too tight and worn. Shedding also helps snakes feel more comfortable. The snakeskin model here is the exact same snakeskin found in the Volcano Manor's Chapel of Iglay. Seems to be referring to Rykard more than Mesmer.
Do you think that's on purpose or asset reusage?
Well, okay. So the snakes with Mesmer, they don't look like this snake. So the fact that it is the same model makes it seem like maybe this is where Rykard's snake came from.
Which would be interesting.
Yes. Everything seems to find some origins around here. There appears to be the discarded flesh of a giant snake, likely the molten skin of Iglay, the god-devouring serpent, or possibly Mesmer's base serpent near the location of the O Mother gesture. This is possibly the snake that Queen Marika is seen reaching into in the Shadow of the Erd Tree trailer, if it is a snake. None of the lore seems to elaborate on its placement, so the significance of it here is unknown. I do feel like this is some early Bible shit. I feel like this is the Garden of Eden referencing the snake's temptation. We also find a tree with the O Mother gesture. You'll hear a lot of speculation about what this all means. There isn't like a concrete answer. In my mind, at some point, I was thinking maybe Marika was in the Bonnie Village and she ran away and she got to this tree, maybe made a deal with a snake god. That's something that just kind of feels good to me. But
yeah, and I mean, with snakes, you have the inherent you can draw the correlation to corruption very easily, and the corruption of Bonnie Village. This could have been at one point a very attractive place to be, and over time doomed and cursed and forsaken because of the origins of a snake god.
Yeah. It could have been a really beautiful place to get cut up and put into a jar.
Back then, they didn't have knives. They were just naked men giving out hugs.
Sounds attractive or beautiful?
You be the judge.
Some guy came there like, this is Bonnie as fuck, dude. I love this.
We're going to Boner Village.
Oh, just misspelled.
Yeah.
You get the gesture for O Mother here. This is required to reach a section later on in the game. And yeah, the runoff of their work here in the Bonnie Village, there's a little creek and it drops right down into the village of flies. So I think the flies are getting some nasty water. I don't know if that's turning them into flies down there, but I don't think it's helping them.
Yeah, that water table is corrupted as fuck.
Yeah. And what do you find across the little bridge here?
You find another hut that I famously misnamed, the Weeping Hut, but it's the Whipping Hut.
That's appropriate as well, though.
I mean, both are happening.
Yeah.
There's a spirit there, says, "For pity's sake, your place is in the jar. Nigh sainthood itself awaits you within. For shamans like you, this is your lot. Life where you were accorded for this alone."
It's like, bitch, you don't even know me.
Know your place and shut your mouth, in the words of The Rock.
Yeah.
Or know your role and shut your mouth.
You were born specifically to be cut up and put into this jar. You're going to be like a saint once you're in there. I think it's really damaging when one culture tries to put another culture into a box or even a jar.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a perverted misunderstanding of rebirth of a religious aspect. I feel bad for everyone involved here. The Whipping Hut's got some other interesting things as well.
I also kind of think of it too that maybe when they first started putting people in jars, you really got some people who willingly went into the jar because you're like, oh, you're going to be made a saint. Like, we're trying to make a god here. So the first couple could have been...
Drank the Kool-Aid?
Yeah, drank the Kool-Aid and did it. And then people start seeing the horrificness that happens when you are turned into goo.
Well, and the jars, like Alexander, they seem to not be made out of malice. They seem like Alexander eats the dead people, which... At least he waited.
Yeah. But then as time goes on and people are no longer willing to go on their own free will into the jar, you still have the people putting them in the jars still referring to it as their sainthood. So now this line, because Elden Ring is so open to interpretation, you can kind of build the history yourself if you really want to dig.
Yeah.
Like, they still are like, get in the jar. Like, they're not playing anymore. Like, this is your job. You're going to get sainthood. Just shut up and get in the jar.
It's it's almost like a perverted form of manifest destiny. It's like it's our job to deliver you and save you. And turns out the shamans didn't want to be saved.
And this being so close, like in correlation with Bonnie Village, and my theory that Bonnie Village was a very attractive place. This could have been one of the first places where they were like, yo, hey, we got these jars and this radical new idea. And people might have bought in, and it just further led to the corruption of this space in the game.
I feel like regardless, I think some very important events happened here, and it's a fun point of speculation.
Yeah.
Because it's also in very close proximity to, like, the origins of all the problems of the lands between.
Yeah, it's just the idea of a place really taking a dive and being able to kind of imagine it being beautiful at one point in this game is just super fun.
Yeah.
So... we had a candelabra whip at one point, and if you like whips, boy, do I got something for you here. You can find a tooth whip.
Hey.
Tooth whip. My Ed Gein build is coming along so well now. The tooth whip. A whip bestrewn with rotting, misshapen teeth, filthy and seething with disease. The teeth are embedded in the whip and dose the victim with deadly poison upon each strike. As the wounds ripen, they grow inflamed and ooze pus. The flesh of the shamans was said to meld harmoniously with others. This is disgusting. A tooth whip is just gnarly as hell.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Erdtree trailer shows Queen Marika herself may have tooth marks on her arm, which, again, for lore implications, is just wild.
Yeah, she was whipped here. They might have been speaking directly to Marika. We don't know.
Yeah, but still. You're going to get 66 poison build up for this, which is not bad, but I mean, that might be the highest.
That's why you brush your teeth.
Yes.
Yep.
Gingivitis whip.
Yep. You put the whole whip in some Colgate and just scrub her.
This might be, I don't know, I can't remember. This might be one of the higher poison. I mean, there's definitely 100 build up in the game somewhere.
Yeah.
But 66 is solid.
Yeah.
Dex and strength are what you're going to want to scale this with. And then its unique skill, the painful strike. Chastening whip strike. Honed to maximize pain, temporarily reduces the rate at which stamina recovers, thus does the pain encourage obedience. This is when they hit you with the molars. Debuff stamina recovery speed by -8 per second, -17.7% for 30 seconds. Those are, again, we're hitting double digits.
Yeah.
Kind of big boy numbers.
Good numbers.
If you pass here, a great rune will break.
The greater rune will break
Greater
here,
rune.
and it'll lock you out of some minor side quest stuff. If you head south, though, you'll find the Bonnie Jail, and this is the last jar jail that we'll be going to.
It's the place where LeBron James Jr. goes when he's on timeout.
Go to your room.
Go to the Bronny Jail.
Inside, you'll find the Stalwart Horn Charm +2. Horns are sublime artifacts these horns sent, and their presence confirms the belief that they are a chosen people. If someone gets a horn, that's a good thing there. Only the repeated sprouting of fresh horns can create a tangle horn, which is viewed as an irrefutable symbol of primacy. The Stalwart Horn Charm +2 raises robustness by 180, improving resistance to blood loss and frost. Yeah, this will be the strongest horn charm you're going to find. And more interestingly is we start finding our Lord Sauron build here. The Shield of Night. It's a shield awarded to the Sword Hands of Night. We're going to meet one here in a second. Cast in a bottomless black from which no light can escape. Little black hole of a shield. The outer surface is only semi-corporeal, providing reliable defense against attacks that are not physical in nature. The prime function of the shield is to block ranged attacks and spells, and then quickly press L2 to fire off a damage-boosted projectile in a block counter type of animation that does far more damage than the normal projectile. Parry that shit back at him.
Yeah.
Very cool. The unique skill is the Revenge of the Night. Unleashes the Dark of Night imbued with magic power. If used immediately after blocking, its power is absorbed, bolstering the strength of the skill. And then you also find the armor, the Night set, which it's very just heavy metal, black, furnace looking, kind of Sauron. It's cool to the touch. I like that note. Flowing lines in the seeming shape of a fingerprint adorn the surface. Shape of a fingerprint, so this has something to do with our favorite fingies. Imprisons the wearer in an utterly lightless dark. Sounds bad. Bestowed upon those born deep underground, ordaining them as sword hands of night. Same armor as Yolan and Anna. It almost reminds me a little bit of the cave analogy from, I think it's Plato, where if someone's born underground and only shown one thing, then they don't have any perception or understanding of how things are outside of the cave. It's like if you saw just shadows dancing on a cave wall, that's your entire understanding of the world. These people are born underground. They have a fingerprint on them. They weren't taught the right way to thrive and survive in the world. They were taught to just do what you're told.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, these poor sword hands. We do find two different sword hands, Yolan and Anna. So they were born in a cold, dark jail where they were raised, and they were cultivated to become the most terrifying masters of their blades. Though the burden of their deed left their hearts frail and pliant. That's any sort of indoctrination. And at the bottom, you'll find the Cursed Blade Labirith, and you fight them, get the Spirit Ash for a Cursed Blade Mira. Long ago, before the land was overshadowed by invasion, this scourge was shunned, and the Cursed Blades were imprisoned. It was during this confinement that Mira met Labirith, and upon her death, Labirith was plunged into a devastating darkness. Might have been little girlfriends or something.
Who knows?
Yeah, good for them.
Going towards the cathedral, going up, you'll find the Ash of War Raging Beast. Raging Beast, step with the swiftness of beast, leap high and slash foe from above. Initial step can be taken forward, backward, left, or right. Strong attack allows for a follow-up attack. Usable on beast claws.
I do like the beast claws.
Yeah, they are pretty nice.
Yeah.
You'll find a boss here, the Furnace Golem.
Fucking hate these guys.
Kobe. Yeah, I don't think you can't throw in this one.
This is a Kobe.
This is a Kobe?
This is a Kobe.
He will drop a Cerulean Sapping Crack Tier, restores 5 FP per hit, not magic spells. And a Bell Bearing, the Greasemonger's Bell Bearing, the Bell Bearing of a Horn-Sent Greasemonger who did not survive the war.
Fucking Greasemonger.
Yep.
Get your grease. I got all kinds of grease for you down here.
He was a line cook.
Yeah.
That was his job. Been there, done that, homie.
Yeah. Nasty stuff.
You can buy root resin and not resin, which we like resin. If you're going to be a greasy boy, you're going to need some not resin.
I've been there where all I had was resin.
Now, the resi hits are the worst.
How I watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That's when you're out of that dry leaf.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you know you're down bad.
Gross. Just sucking butane.
The resin are the roots of the great tree were once linked to those of the Erd tree, or so they say, and it is for this reason catacombs are built around great tree roots. Continuing on, you will find Rabbith's Rise.
Our only stock wizard tower in the DLC.
It's got a spirit spring here. You can find a weapon, Rabbith's Cannon, type of jar cannon used to fire great bolts, a masterwork of spell machinist Rabbith. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a pretty unique cannon, too. The power of the glintstones that encircle the barrel imbues bolts with magic damage, and it guides the shots towards the target. So it has a little bit of homing if you're locked on.
Yeah, and that's good. We like lock on.
Yeah.
Another bell bearing here, the spell machinist spell bearing. You get Rabbith's Great Bolt. Great Bolt tipped with a clump of glintstone shards, one of Spell Machinist Rabbith's innovative designs, detonates a large explosion on impact, dealing a magic damage. Did you ever want a glintstone RPG? Because you can get a glintstone RPG.
This is where you find it.
Yeah.
I still don't use cannons. They're cool, but not for me.
I use one bow and one bow only.
I do like to see those YouTube videos of PvP where someone's like coming up an elevator and there's just a dude with a cannon standing at the top and just knocks him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside the lower section, behind the cathedral, you can find an Ash of War, the Carrion Sovereignty, Teardrop Scarab in the Cave.
It's a hidden one, too. Tricky.
Missed that bad boy.
Yep.
Skill passed down to the Carrion royal family transforms the blade into a magical greatsword and bring it down. Additional input follows up with a horizontal sweep. Charge either attack to enhance its potency with 100% magic damage.
It's just a big old magic sword.
Back in the day when I was a spell sword, I probably would have used this, but I'm a faith boy now.
Yeah.
I'm a fire sword. I still love it.
You're the king of blasphemy.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other day, I was wearing my Elden Ring shirt, and we were walking through Target, and some dude was trying to sell me some fucking cell phone plan. I'm like, no, I'm good. He's like, but you got an Elden Ring shirt, bro. Let's talk. And I was like, I don't want to talk to you, dude. He's like, all right, I respect that. But what sword do you like the most? I was like, fuck you, dude. Blasphemous blade, get away from me.
Were you just like Ron Swanson when he's in Home Depot to the employee, like, I know more than you?
I was ruder than that. I really don't like it when people try and sell me cell phone plans when I'm shopping.
They hang out in front of a grocery store that I go into all the time, and it's the same guy. He's asked me like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just want to walk up to him and be like, see this face?
Yeah.
Never speak to it again.
Yeah.
I have a Z fold, my man.
I just need a little piece of paper that says "get fucked." And I can just hold it as I walk by.
Just get a belt buckle that's like LED that you can input. And
Yeah.
Just like point it, give them the DX suck it, and point at your crotch.
I've never said "suck it" to a stranger before, and I don't know if I ever will in my life.
Dude, it takes balls. It takes balls, and your fight or flight is going to kick in real quick in the city of Milwaukee.
Your sucker, get the fuck out of there. Yeah. So we're gonna find the Cathedral of Manus Metyr up here. And this is such a wonderful spot. On the way up, you are going to find some of our favorite animated dolls from the Carians. We'll find them here. The only spot you'll find them in the DLC. Inside of the cathedral, you'll find Ymir.
I, too, am a glintstone sorcerer. We study the stars and examine the life therein. Are you familiar with our findings? Long ago, we began as stardust, born of a great rupture far across the skies. We, too, are children of the greater will. Is that not divine? Is that not sublime? And yet, none can fathom its implications. Its utter brilliance.
This is essentially describing a lot of my beliefs in the real world. The fact that we were born from a big bang from stars exploding in the sky, made of star stuff. Carl Sagan, he's spelling out that everything that's happening right now was something that started in the skies from the stars. Isn't that fucking cool? And I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah, you speak my language.
I'm Brad. What's happening?
And then he's like, do you have a cell phone provider? And you're like, damn it, not again.
Just give me a sec. What provider do you use? Yeah. Ymir, this is also the same character we see on that device used to flip the library, the Carian study hall in the main area of the game. The High Priest hat is the hat of Count Ymir, High Priest. The circular design at the top represents the greater will and its lightless abyss, imparting increased intelligence and arcane to the wearer. Though Count Ymir instructed R'hllana in the sorceress arts, he abandoned his allegiance to the moon. It was merely the closest of the celestial bodies, nothing more. Here's the best I had at the time. I got bigger binoculars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he taught R'hllana, which means he probably taught Rennala. I think that a lot of I think he was one of the greatest teachers probably for the Royal Academy at some point.
Interesting. He's here.
Yes, he's here for a good reason. You'll also find Yolan. Yolan is Sauron-looking lady. Yolan and her sister were born in a cold, dark jail where they were raised. She refers to Ymir as her only star.
Which is super sweet.
Also really fucking sad, though.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't really given a choice in this. She was kind of Stockholm syndromed. It's the only light she has, and it's the only decision she knows. She can't even like make a real decision for herself. She's like, I'm just stuck with this fucker. But Ymir is surprised to see you, but he's like, bid you welcome into my house here. He gives you a whole laden necklace and a ruins map, and we're instructed to sound the hanging bell in the hollowed ruins. It's said that after the bell is sounded, one's fate will be guided by the stars. The whole laden necklace is a pale blue necklace made from a thin, elongated stone, hollowed out from the inside. Interesting. Use at a hollowed ruin to sound a hanging bell. It was a teaching of Count Ymir. The fate of the one who sounds the hanging bell will be guided by the stars. And he also says, oh, yes, do mind your feet around the church. You wouldn't want to hurt the little boy.
This line kind of fucked me up a little bit.
I'm like, you're losing me now.
Yep.
I was really into that whole star talk. You're talking about a little boy being outside on the ground somewhere. And we'll learn a little bit more about his little boy. Yeah. You never know when you walk into a place in Elden Ring what's going to happen, who's it going to be, is it friendly or is it something weird? I love Ymir. He gives you a quest. He says all the words that I wanted to hear personally. I'm like, all right. And it's weird how much this quest line kind of spells out explicitly a lot of the things that happened in Elden Ring. I didn't expect to have something so concretely start explaining what actually happened, but you can also ask about Yolan. And he says, oh, yeah, you met Yolan. Well, I hope she behaved at least. Like, she can be her own person, dude. The poor girl has overcome grave misfortune. Her tongue can be sharp at the best of times, but don't think that makes her a bad person. It's no surprise her little sister, too, has a heart of gold.
She's got spunk.
She's a good kid. I like her. She's going to be great someday. If you come back before going to the Finger Ruins, Ymir can be found outside by a gravestone. And don't just sneak up on him a little bit, get close, and you can hear Ymir say,
Oh my, you poor thing. Another bad dream, Yuri. Put that rotten thing out of your mind. That tangled mess can't hurt you.
So Yuri, that's fucking creepy. He's talking to a gravestone. And he's talking to Yuri like they're still there. And the rotten thing in Yuri's mind, the tangled mess is, of course, Metyr, the mother of fingers we're going to run into later. For some reason, Yuri was taken before his time, and apparently they had nightmares about Metyr. I'm not sure if Yuri was Ymir's child, disciple, a real thing at all, but there's a gravestone, and I think that something happened with Yuri that really fucked up Ymir, and we're going to learn more about what Ymir was up to because of this. Before you take off, though, you can also use the shop, and Ymir will sell you the sorcery Miriam's Vanishing. Remember Miriam in the Carrion Study Hall, just vanishing around like a real asshole, and you had to climb up the stairs. She just kept backing up and backing up.
Yeah.
Sorcery of a preceptor who served in the Carian royal family. Conceal yourself in a glintstone haze and reappear a few seconds later. Directional inputs determine which way you go. The curator of the study hall was such a master that it now bears her name. 15 startup frames at max casting speed and 28 invulnerability frames at 30 frames per second.
That's almost a whole fucking second.
That's a lot, yeah. This makes it so that the action with the second highest iframe window in PvE, right behind Vow of the Indomitable.
Damn.
Yeah.
A whole second of being invincible.
It's a little ninja technique. Ninja vanish.
So we're going to the Finger Ruins of Rhea. When viewed from way above, the lines resemble a fingerprint, which is pretty gnarly, but we are doing the Finger Ruins chapter of the game. So
Yeah,
sense.
let's take a step back, Tyler. Describe to me your first time coming to the Finger Ruins.
When the first time I saw
First time you saw them.
I thought that this game had a finger fetish before I saw the finger ruins, but it is just like, it's fucking gnarly looking. You got all like those like fucking flaky stone things pointing out of the ground, and the fact that it looks like a fingerprint. I didn't catch that at first. I just thought it was kind of groovy.
It's like the Nazca lines a little bit, meant to only be seen for the gods above.
Yeah.
Dude, the first time I walked into that, I was like, nope.
Nope.
I don't want no part of that. I mean, the finger creepers are some of my least favorite enemies because they're so cool. And
Because they'll fuck your shit up.
yeah, well, and then when I was walking into the finger ruins, I know what happens when you walk in the middle of giant fingers. Something grabs you, and I was terrified.
And these are big ass fingers. Like, it's not like the ones because you have the little finger creepers.
Yeah.
And then they'll like stick out of the ground. Like,
It's super creepy that the little ones, like Ymir keeps them as a pet, and he like pets them.
yeah, that's weird.
There's nothing cute about that.
You are right though when you see these, like, it looks like a bunch of fingers sticking out of the ground, walking in the middle of it. It's like, this is going to be the biggest finger creeper in the history of the game.
I wish.
But no, these fingers aren't moving. They're like sticking out of the ground like monuments.
Yeah, and they're all like facing towards the center too. Like the fingers are, as much as the finger faces towards that one hanging bell in the middle. There are a lot of finger creepers, and there was also the lampreys as well. Talk to me about the finger ruins, Tyler.
Well, you're going to find nail stones, flake-like stone shards with faint fingerprint engravings, material used for crafting items found at the finger ruins. A piece of that came loose from the tip of one of the column-like stone fingers that grew at the finger ruins.
Ugh, nail stones, just the word makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's worse than fingernail.
Yeah.
Yeah, nail stone. Ugh.
Who trims the finger creeper's fingernails?
The furnace columns. They're the only ones that can get up there. Like,
Oh, the big ones. I'm talking about the little guys.
oh yeah, that's a good.
It's like trimming your cat's nails. Like they're not gonna like it.
It's Ymir. He, like you would prune your vineyard.
Yeah.
He just prunes his finger creepers.
Ew.
He just shows up and he's like, "Come get your shavings,"
And the nail stones can be used to make the glinting nail.
which is a nail stone with shining fingerprints floating above. Oh, that's what you find. It's a crafting item. Uses FP to fling a magic nail that crumbles during flight, which is just disgusting and somewhat really cool at the same time.
Pocket nails.
Yeah. The lampreys that guard the finger ruins resemble fingers far more than they do humans, and so the finger weavers imitated their sorcery.
Yeah, the finger weavers, sorcerers that want to become closer to the fingers. We'll talk about the lampreys, but
I admired this place from above, but I got on torrent and I hauled ass to the bell. I was not lingering around. I did not do much exploring here.
yeah, the lampreys, you only find them in the finger ruins too. Yeah, they're clearly based on their real life counterpart, the lampreys, a group of jawless fish. Just that word made jawless fish. That concept is gross. Possibly derived from Latin lampetra, which means stone liquor.
Gross.
Yeah. Hopefully you're not eating anything. Don't have any corn dogs you're chomping on right now. You might feel gross. Possibly humans who ingested the mushrooms and nostrums to become fingers. Tell me about the finger mimics, Tyler.
Pink mushrooms that grass out of the ground resembling a hand. There are real-world counterparts to these, surprisingly.
There are, yeah. Look them up. The finger mushrooms, because they do just look like a hand coming out of the ground. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, when there's really no correlation between it, but I just played Death Stranding, and I was thinking of the Corellium that you get, and it's like the mineral shaped like a hand.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why are all my favorite games right now just like hand games?
Yeah.
It's weird. The finger mimics used by those that wish to become fingers to induce hallucinations, which is just, it's mushrooms. These are psychedelic mushrooms.
That's what we're talking about here.
They call these mushrooms the stillborn of the two fingers. These are used to craft fingerprint nostrum, bolus engraved with whorl-like lines, Boosts mind, intelligence, faith, and arcane at the cost of a gradual HP loss. Don't like that.
But boosts a lot.
Does it? It does. A secret medicine for those who attempt to turn their human bodies into fingerprints. Ingesting causes something to wriggle within.
Pass.
Pass.
And that's why I kind of think that the lampreys are these finger weavers just eating whatever finger-like items they can. And eventually something starts growing within. Are these parasites that are controlling them from within? Are they still humans at all? Or is it like the fungus in The Last of Us or something?
Yeah, and you got to be careful because you can find this in real life. If you're a finger licker and you're eating too many Flamin' Hot Cheetos and you start licking your fingers, you're going to get a Flamin' Hot parasite and it'll turn you into a Flamin' Hot finger mimic.
I'm feeling gross all around me right now.
Yeah, Dorito fingers. Ugh, gross.
Certain lampreys perform a binding spell similar to that of the finger creeper, only from a much farther distance. This attack binds the player in place and knocks them off of torrent. While binded, another lamprey will appear from the air and attempt to grab the player. They can use the strange fingernail sorcery, similar to the glintstone nail, and they have 4 pairs of eyes, all with a different expression. In the real world, lamprey are actually parasitic as well. Zuli, the witch, has made a proposal that the lamprey might be created by ingesting the notion when the parasites take over. That's where I first came upon that theory, and I do believe that is the case.
Down here, you can find the Finger Weaver's Hovel. It's going to have Cookbook 1, a record of crafting techniques left by the determined student of the Finger Ruins. His brush with the sublime all but shattered his mind, though he was left capable enough to leave these few precious words. And you can also find the Crimson Seed Talisman +1. The Erd Tree seed of this talisman was presumed to be the object of myth. This age-old artifact also depicts the 2 fingers, perhaps hearkening back to the birth of the Erd Tree. And there will also be a remembrance duplication coffin.
Yeah, a weird little coffin that lets you duplicate your remembrances.
Yeah.
You only find those at this ruins, at the other ruins, and then at the cathedral in the back. So it's definitely has something to do with the finger ruin origins. That allows you to do a duplication. We're going to go back to the Cathedral of Manus Metyr, and Ymir starts saying weirder and weirder stuff, and you realize you don't like your drug dealer. You don't want to spend time with him. But here we are. Ymir will give you the beloved Stardust Talisman. It depicts a wizened hand gently gripping a glintstone, shortens casting speed for a sorcery or incantation by the utmost, but increases your damage taken. Count Ymir was known for his recitations. One need only envision the romance of the stars above with adoration for stardust in one's heart to become a great sorcerer. Do so, and you will know great love. This gives 99 virtual dexterity, exclusively towards spellcasting, but at the cost of 30% damage absorption.
That's a big trade-off.
That's a lot. It is cool, though. I mean, if you're a sorcerer, you're likely going to be casting spells from a distance, possibly. You know, if I'm using my Comet sorcery and I'm far away, I'm not going to be getting damaged most of the time from 95% of enemies anyways. The shop does get a few more things as well. You'll get the Glintstone Nail sorcery, and this is a sorcery of Ymir, one of the finger sorceries said to have been discovered in a hollowed ruin. Flings a magic nail that crumbles during flight. Count Ymir boasts this is mere child's play, an echo of a greater truth. Compared to Glintstone Pebble, the sorcery is only slightly more range, but deals plus 42% damage. Throw those pebbles away. And you also get the Glintstone Nails, which fires multiple magic nails that crumble during flight. You will also be able to ask about the nature of the world, something that I like to do at a bar when someone is just hanging out.
Yeah, especially once you get a couple tullies in.
So do you believe in God? And that's when Tyler comes up and says, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Dude, you gotta go.
You gotta go. Those girls do not want to talk.
In fact, those aren't girls. Those are 2 empty bar stools.
You're talking to 2 lampreys right now. You go, hey, you guys, you ever think about God?
So you guys like fingers?
You guys seen Freddy Got Fingered?
I fear that you have borne witness to the whole of it. The conceits, the hypocrisy of the world built upon the Erd Tree. The follies of men. Their bitter suffering. Is there no hope for redemption? The answer, sadly, is clear. There never was any hope. They were each of them defective, unhinged from the start. Marika herself, and the fingers that guided her. And this is what troubles me. No matter our efforts, if the roots are rotten, then we have little recourse.
Groundbreaking shit here.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
This is also his opinion, so take that for what it's worth. I do believe everything he's saying, though. Everything was, defective from the beginning. We'll save our discussion here about that in a second, but ask about Mikola, and he says every young Mikola saw things for what they were. He knew that his bloodline was tainted, his roots mired in madness, a tragedy if ever there was one, that he would feel compelled to renounce everything when the blame lay squarely with the mother.
Oof.
So yeah, he is saying Mikola knew that he was born of a crazy person, of something was wrong with America to begin with. Some of this could be confirmation bias a little bit from Ymir as well. Ymir wants America to be wrong, so his opinion's right. I do believe everything he's saying, though.
We are dealing with a biased narrator.
Yes. Again, though, I'm just really digging what he's saying. Yolan, at this point, will now help you fight against Mesmer if you haven't fought Mesmer yet.
And you're going to need all the help you can get.
Mesmer's maybe my favorite fight in the DLC. And fun fact, if you get the whole laden necklace, you can go to the Finger Ruins of Deo first instead of Raya. And he's like, oh, oopsies. If you come back to the cathedral again after this conversation, Yuri will be again outside by Yuri's grave. Forgive me, I failed you, failed to birth you whole. I was not ready to be your mother, but I can still stay here, nice and close. For now, my dear, sleep soundly. You good, dude?
Yeah.
You all right?
You're all right. You just pat him on the back softly.
Let's just go for a walk.
Hey, let's go inside.
Let's go inside.
Let's go inside.
At this point, though, you can descend below the throne and be invaded by Anna. The throne's not being watched. You can go there and move it and go underneath. You can, but this is generally not the order you would. If you defeat Anna, you'll get the Claws of Night. Claws of a bottomless black from which no light can escape, wielded by Anna, engraved with a smith script enabling strong attack to launch all 3 claws at a target. The blades are only semi-corporeal and cannot be fully guarded against, which I like that. The unique skill Scatter Shot, identical to the Scatter Shot throw skill. However, the projectiles seem to have slightly less range and deal moderate stagger. 28 projectiles are thrown, able to hit multiple enemies up to 4 times. Pretty cool. And then you can go up to Yolan afterwards, and she's a little upset. She says, stop, what the fuck did you just say? Wait, no, say nothing. I have 1 star alone, and only his words will do. I don't want to hear anything that will conflict with my beliefs.
But it was like she was on the precipice right there.
She was almost there.
She was almost there.
It's like, wait a second, you saw my sister down there? I will say this much, I am in your debt, but I will hear no more. Be on your way, I will hear no more about this. You can return once again and talk to Ymir. And he says, did you espy something unsightly perchance? Well, put it out of your mind. The stars will reveal the truth in time. Free yourself of any misconceptions, lest they bring woe upon the both of us. Don't ask questions yet, just keep doing what I ask.
Yeah.
And I did.
No problem, got you. You're good though, right? I can leave?
You're not going to do anything weird.
Okay. I'll be back.
And then you back out of the room slowly.
Yeah. We're heading to Shadowview East, where you're going to find a falling star beast.
Yeah, this is behind the Shadow Keep. Yep. This is to the right of Gaius. This is back there.
You get a sorcery gravitational missile, fires a gravitational projectile that pulls in enemies before finally exploding. Charging extends the reach of the projectile and the number of inward pulls. Said to have originated in the lightless dark far beyond, the home of the falling star beasts.
Yeah, they're out there. They're from outer space.
Yeah, and natural in the lands between.
If these things happen.
Yeah.
We're not surprised.
Do not concern yourself too much. But we're going to continue on to the finger ruins of Deo.
Deo.
You're going to find herds of finger creepers.
Yes. Cue Jurassic Park music.
Yep.
They move in herds.
If you ever wanted, I mean, I assume at some point people are like cattle rustling finger creepers at this point, taking them to auction back in the day.
Your kid can ride the little ones as a joke.
Yeah. And they're like, don't feed them.
I rode the sheep when I was a little kid.
I rode an elephant once.
That's not at a rodeo, though, Tyler.
No, it was
Thank
in
God,
Florida.
because I kind of am averse to all rodeos.
You know, riding an elephant when you're a child seems awesome.
Yeah.
And then you get on top of the elephant and you just like feel the power and the size and you're way the fuck up there. It is one of the most frightening things I've ever done in my life.
I was just listening to a Harrison Ford interview where he said he hates riding elephants. He's like, your legs are wide.
He's not wrong.
It's not comfortable. You're on its,
legs are wide.
You're up on its shoulder blades.
You're in a very precarious position.
Yes.
Also, I have a problem with like riding an animal that might at the time be as intelligent as I am. I just feel it feels wrong.
Yeah. Elephants should never be put in a cage, should never be kept in a circus. They are a beautiful creature.
Yes, they're one of my favorite animals.
Finger creepers are not.
I almost got an elephant tattoo instead of an octopus tattoo.
That would be a different vibe.
It would be a totally different vibe.
Yeah.
You can get a gesture, the two fingers.
Touchdown.
Yeah,
Yep.
touchdown. Something if you're from Chicago, you're unfamiliar with.
They've never seen the two fingers there.
Yeah, when one of your players, and you'll learn this one day, scores a touchdown, the referee will put both arms in the air to signal that you've scored points and that you're closer to winning the game. But as Chicago Bear fans, I know this is a concept that's foreign to you.
Yeah, the Limgrave lampreys.
Yeah,
There's no lampreys there.
I love that we do an Elden Ring podcast and I find a way to shit on the Bears.
Yeah. If you're listening to this in the future, tell us how it went.
You get into Spirit Ash here. Finger creeper.
You finally get your own finger creeper.
If you've ever wanted one, you know, you've been bugging your parents like,
Big Addams Family fan.
oh, yeah. Drop down a hole and get ambushed by a colossal finger creeper in a small room. Two things that shouldn't go together. Not a position I want to be in. One of two colossals you'll find.
Yep.
Devoted to its summoner, this young diminutive finger creeper eagerly restores HP. They are ever so fond of their mothers at this tender age.
Still not cute.
No, still creeping the fuck out of me.
You're still not cute there, Lord Bud.
We'll cast Healing Spell upon being summoned, and periodically, if the summoner is injured, this heals around 366 HP at +9.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. A Lamprey variant here is pink in color and possesses a poison spit attack.
Don't like that.
As if they could not be more disgusting.
You are gross.
You know the only thing that can make these things grosser? Is if instead of the two fingers in this whole lore, it was the two toes and they were foot creepers. If they're toe creepers.
Tarantino has entered the chat.
You can get a Cerulean Seed Talisman +1. The Erd Tree was once perfect and eternal, and thus it was believed that the Erd Tree seeds could not exist.
Yes. If something is perfect, it can be born of something, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. And it couldn't, wouldn't be part of the process.
A cerulean colored talisman pattern after the Erd Tree seed greatly boosts FP at restoration from the flask of cerulean tears. I don't know why I want to mispronounce that word so much. Boosts FP restoration from flask by 30%. And if I have to say cerulean one more time, I'm walking out.
He's going to leave, folks.
Gonna leave.
He's going to take off. So we blow another big hole-laden necklace at a finger ruins. We go back to the Cathedral of Manus Metyr. And Ymir says, He starts off with them. He says, hello there. I heard another sound colored by your essence. Simply exhilarating. Are you good, dude?
These guys starting to creep me out.
You gotta
now.
not say stuff like that to me when I
Yeah.
come over.
Simply exhilarating, I must say. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade. Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above.
And he gives you the ruins map, the third one. And what's fun about this one is it's where you are. It's like the call is from inside your house.
Oh, no.
You can ask again about the nature of the world. And he says, do you recall what I said? That Marika and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start. Well, the truth lies deeper still. It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children, victims in their own right. We all need a mother, do we not? A new mother, a true mother, who will not give birth to further malady. May you join the glimmering stars above. And you will get the sorcery from the shop here, the fleeting microcosm. One of the secret hallowed rites conjures an image of a microcosm at a foe's feet that pulses with a single wave before disappearing in a burst. The broken and discarded are fully willing to cling to fleeting simulacra, earning them some modicum of sympathy. Desperate to find meaning, they cling to whatever's in front of them, even if it's vanishing. Yes, Marika did meet the fingers somewhere around here. She met her fingers that guided her, that told her what to do. The fingers met her, landed down here, I believe, right here at the cathedral, before there was a cathedral, I imagine. It came right down, met her, birthed her two fingers, and they were kind of unhinged from the start. We also find out that Metyr has not been able to communicate with the greater will, so everything that everyone's following is from this monster that just fell out of the sky and can't even communicate with whatever god they believe they're following.
That is some Lovecraftian shit.
They're just making that up.
Yeah.
Someone like, well, it's kind of like all prophecy. These two fingers waggle, and someone's like, this means I can get drunk today. It just bent a knuckle. You don't get it.
No.
People, there was an event that happened that caused all of a life, and at least on planet Earth, and immediately a million people are like, this is what's happening, and they start staking claims and saying that there's undeniable proof, and that the proof is no one knows what's actually going on, much like what's going on in the lands between. I just love that whole concept here. But you go down, you sound the bell underneath. Let's talk about the greater will for a second. The mysterious and supremely powerful entity or force from beyond inhabits a lightless void outside the lands between. Long ago, the greater will fractured the one great. I mean, that just to me is like, the Big Bang Theory. From one singular point, boom, creating births and souls. The Glintstone Sorcerer's life began as stardust born of this great rupture. The Three Fingers adherents believed this to be a mistake, as it also created torment, despair, affliction, sins, and curses. I wish the world would end, bro.
You ever just feel sad sometimes?
I wish it could all go away.
The Three Fingers are still...
God, if you didn't make me, I wouldn't be sad, God.
The Three Fingers are definitely in high school.
The Three Fingers have their hair going over one of their fingers. The Greater Will sent a star named Metyr to the lands between. The Greater Will also sent another star, the Elden Beast. The beast was its vassal and the living incarnation of order.
Until I spanked it.
Yeah. Well, and again, these are creatures which fell out of the sky. We're attributing things to them that probably aren't there. The Greater Will could be whatever essence creates the universe, and everyone's like, this is fate, this is God.
Yeah, could you imagine if you fell out of the sky and then people found you and they're like, fear the beard, he's God.
He is God now. And I'd be like, whoa, dude, this is great. And I start waggling my fingers at them, and they start waggling their fingers back. I was like, this is cool. Metyr, the gleaming daughter of the Greater Will, and the first shooting star to fall upon the lands between. She possessed a microcosm which allowed her to receive messages from the Greater Will. And we see this microcosm at one point. The mother of all Two Fingers and Finger Creepers. Apparently they're all coming from here. We do see that Ymir is able to birth some Finger Creepers later as well. But Metyr was damaged and abandoned. Yes, she hasn't been communing with any Greater Will. The ringed finger from Gelmir Hero's grave, way up there on Mount Gelmir. Remember the finger weapon? Mm-hmm. Most likely the ringed finger from Metyr. It could have been when she lost the signal for the Greater Will.
That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Because that makes that weapon kind of a big deal.
Or, it could, if you want, it could be one of the other finger creepers, but I do like that this could be the damage that caused her to lose it. Someone just went up there and grabbed it and just ripped it back, snapped it off. The two fingers continued guiding the Empyreans without receiving guidance from the Greater Will, just making it up. The two fingers guided Marika in the creation of the Erd tree. Metyr is a mess of fingers. Her head resembles an elongated thumb, and her face a thumbprint. And CSI people are getting horny right now.
Oh, yeah. They're slowly removing their
We're going to
sunglasses.
need a bigger pad.
This is one of my favorite character designs in the game.
Yeah, this is one of those that you walk up and you're like, oh.
That's scary.
This is something else.
I mean, just a giant alien finger congealed. It's just like, it's so alien and horrifying.
One thing that I like to think about. So it's a made of fingers. Is it made of fingers because it lands in the lands between? And we have hands. So do we have hands because of the greater will, and that shapes things to look like fingers? Or did it take the appearance of fingers to more liken itself to something we would recognize?
Exactly.
It's kind of the same concept with one of the reasons I have issues with, a lot of Doctor Who aliens. Any alien that has 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth in the same spots, 2 arms and 2 legs, means it almost definitely shares an evolutionary line alongside humans at some point, or it was guided to evolve in a way that looks human-like in nature.
Yeah, 100%.
Because otherwise, we evolved in a very happenstance way specific to our environment. So if something else evolved that exact way, it's just unimaginative, but it's a contrivance of special effects for filmmaking.
Yeah, because if you actually wanted to know what an alien looks like, it's inconceivable because of exactly what you just said. We look the way we look because of evolutionary traits that we have based on our environment.
Yeah.
It's like trying to picture a color that doesn't exist. You just can't do it.
You can't do it. And that's something that I just think about with these fingers too. Are they fingers because they came to the lands between and they were designed to look like part of our nature? Or do they adapt to look like us after they land? Or is it more proof that there is a greater will and they chose us to have fingers and they chose these fingers to come down to communicate with us? That's one of those chicken or egg things I really like to ponder in the real world as well. Metyr moves about on 4 sets of 4-fingered hands, 16 coordinated finger legs in total.
It's a lot of fingers, man.
Yeah. If I ran a beauty salon, I would say, get the fuck out. We don't have enough people here for you. The tail forks into 2 tail fingers, which wrap each other like a spiral. The spiral imagery embedded into everything in the lands between, through sorceries, through the horn scent, through everything wants to have a spiral because it gets you closer to God. I think the Tower of Babel in history was built like a spiral. I don't know if that was a real tower or just a religious story, but they tried to build a tower to God.
Hey, great idea and concept.
Let's do it. You're going to build a ladder to heaven. Her body festers with unhealed wounds. Upon her right chest is a deep laceration, and her belly has been split wide open, revealing gore and the stillborn remains of malformed fingers.
It is so disgusting.
And also very gnarly. You fight this mess of fingers, because what do you do in Elden Ring? You walk up and start hitting it.
When in doubt.
She's angry, though, too.
Yeah. I mean, rightfully so.
How do they know it's a lady mother of fingers?
I think that's just
It's a concept.
It's a concept because of the idea that she's giving birth to finger creepers. I think people just draw that conclusion. But
also, aliens having male and female genders. I'm like, you are not being imaginative enough.
No, they could.
Let's get 7 genders for that alien.
There might be none.
They might not. A lot of things don't have genders. Metyr the battle. I like the song. I like the battle. It's nothing too difficult. This is one that I think I first tried my first time.
She is not difficult. No. I do.
Which makes you feel worse about it.
Yeah. I love the music. I love the arena. And I love the character design. This was something that I was not prepared for to be as cool as it was the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I was blown away by, the entire game, you're convening with the 2 fingers or getting hugged by the 3 fingers, and everybody's talking about the greater will and yada, yada, yada. But then this is like, outside of the finger creepers, this is like the gnarliest representation of the figures that you can like actually fight.
Yeah. Well, and this is the origin of everything that happens too, from the lands between through the greater will. It's just great that we're going to like the source and saying, fuck you.
Yeah.
Upon defeat, Metyr does not fade away. Instead, she disappears into the microcosm once held by her tail fingers. She just bloops out. Good for her. It's nice that she doesn't just fade away. We don't know where she goes, to Elden Ring 2 perhaps, or to the Night Rain spinoff. The soundtrack for the second phase is reminiscent of the first ever recorded sound of a black hole as well. I don't know where I saw that. That might have been Bonfire Giant, Bonfire VC, I forget their name. Check out their stuff. You could be able to find it, but yeah, I like that. You receive the remembrance of the Mother of Fingers, which allows you to get the Staff of the Great Beyond, a staff fashioned from the tail fingers of Metyr, the Mother, and the microcosm raised aloft over the crux they form. Catalyst for casting both sorceries and incantations, and my jaw hits the floor. I can do both.
Yeah.
And this is mostly useful for a character that's not either a sorcerer or, a faith-based build, because I just get strong enough to do my few little like stat buff things from both sides. I can do them both before I go into a battle with this one item and then flip back to whatever weapon I use.
Yeah. For my last character, the spell sword, this would have been perfect because there was a few incantations that I used just to buff, and I hated having to carry around a finger seal just to have to do that.
And it's I like that it requires both 25 faith and intelligence, because having any true understanding of the world, I think, requires you to both have an analytical mind and just having to accept we don't fucking know what's happening.
Yep, you need that little bit of faith and the science.
George Michael had it right. Or if you've seen Y2K, Fred Durst.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He has a cameo.
Cameo is cutting it short, I believe.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I just heard he had a cameo.
Or you get the gazing finger. That's right. You take the fucker's head, the head of Metyr, and you wield it as a weapon without modification. Colossal weapon, strength, intelligence, and faith, and unique skill, the Cow Tower's Resentment. Skill performed as a violent bow using a finger's foremost protrusion. Resentment bills as it's forced to bow, making it explode with anger as you flick someone away. Hold button down to further increase resentment.
It's just brooding the more you hold it down.
Just fucking explodes.
Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this boss fight. It's one of the more straightforward quests in the game, where it's like, go here, do the thing, come back. Go there, do the thing, come back. And then bada bing, bada boom, you get a boss fight in an awesome arena. I liked this a whole bunch.
But we're not done yet.
No, because you have to return to the cathedral.
And yeah, it's like, you good, dude?
Yeah, you're just going to check up on Ymir, your boy here, and making sure that he's still holding up. But when you show
all we've done is everything he asked of us.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to being like, dude.
He even said that. He said the weird shit.
Yeah.
We didn't even
we looked past it.
We still hung out with him.
Yeah. But when you walk in, you're going to be invaded by Sword Hand Knight Yolen. She'll say, "What have you done? You've wounded Count Ymir most irreparably, such that he wishes for your death." So she's pissed.
She's got his back, which I appreciate that. But
yeah, and I think like before when we find her sister and she like kind of wants to know more, and then she gives up because she's only got the 1 star. Like I think she's probably angry at and second guessing a lot of her internally what she believes, and you're the source of this. So taking it out on you,
misplaced aggression.
Yeah, and she's going to use Ymir as like justification for it because she's got some inner turmoil she's working through.
The person that shows me the video of me standing on a table at a bar, I just am not going to like you at first. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. You're right. I'm not going to like you at first.
I don't remember this because I don't need to.
I chose not to remember this, and you're ruining that for me.
Way to go. Yeah. So. Then after fighting her, you got Ymir himself, Count Ymir, Mother of Fingers.
He's evolved.
Yeah.
He's now the mother. Which he, I think, wanted us to go down there to take care of business so he can be mom.
And you know what? We should have saw this coming.
And I told him, I'm not going to call you mother, even if there's a fire. I said I didn't want salmon.
I said it 3 times.
I said it 3 times, Ymir.
Sweating his horse shit. Ymir can rip their chest open and birth a finger creeper exactly in the manner of Metyr, which is gross. But
he
also
is
really cool.
He ascended.
Yeah.
He's now able to birth finger creepers. That's a big step. And maybe someday he will become, well, he won't. I mean, we know that, but maybe he could have. This is a not too difficult of a boss fight. I don't know. He's not too strong. Mostly he's just annoying.
Yeah. And I mean, I just fought a giant finger mother. So like, what do you really got that I ain't seen yet?
You got nothing on me.
During the fight, he's got some dialogue. He'll say, "My shining star, grant me a mother's strength. Look here at my fingers. I will be the true mother, and I will be the only mother."
We just wanted to come and hang out.
The entire time we're like clashing together, and I'm like hitting them. I'm just like, you asked for this. I listened to you. Are you good?
We didn't come in here to fight him. They started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finish it. They'll also go on to say during the fight, "I will be the true mother, dear Yuri, dear Fingers, and forgive me, Yuri."
You get no sympathy from me. You're still a monster. I don't care. If you're talking about your dead kid at this point, you hit me first.
Yeah, and you won't pay. So yeah, not a terribly difficult boss fight at all. Like you said, mostly just annoying. Ymir's bell bearing. You can grab one. You can grab this. The sorceries that he was selling, which is pretty dope if you didn't buy them.
If you haven't bought them yet.
You can also get the maternal staff. It's a glintstone staff, the staff of Count Ymir, who made himself a mother of fingers, carried for want of tail fingers of his own. He wanted tail fingers.
Yep, and since he couldn't, he just made his own staff that looked like
He
him.
just wanted to shake his tail fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor guy. It's going to enhance your finger sorceries so that your flaky little fingernail magic is gonna be better off. The crystal ball, though representative of a microcosm, would not receive any sign.
Still couldn't receive any messages.
Yeah,
Which, not to be surprised.
and it's going to boost finger sorceries by 15%. You can grab his high priest robes.
That's right. Rip his clothes off this naked dead dude. Put it on.
You earned it.
It's your bathrobe now.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Robe of Count Ymir, High Priest, conceals the abundance of squirming beneath. Gross. But you got to lose. You know, wintertime.
We know what's under that trench coat, dude.
You don't got your summer body anymore. We're all inside. It's wintertime. It's cold. We don't want to be outside. You're putting on some LBs. Everybody does it. This is the perfect
This
outfit
covers
for you.
up the jiggles beneath.
Yeah, so you get his Snuggie, and then it is gold embroidery decorates the purple cloth with a jeweled ruff that sparkles like a flower wet with dew. That's beautiful.
It is beautiful until you know it's kind of describing what's covering Ymir's gross, wriggly body.
That's true. It can be converted to the finger robe.
This is very unique. This is one of the only armors where you alter it and it turns into a different armor. Instead of this altered, it goes from the high priest robe to the finger robe, which the finger robe, the front is open, exposing the squirming fingers beneath. So you actually can see all the moving fingers on the robe. And this is the image of his fervent desire having broken free, laying bare his greatest wish, and wearing it will enhance finger sorceries. I will be the true mother. My fingers will grant us redemption. This enhances finger sorceries by 8% once you do the conversion.
Which is gnarly. So if you wanted to be the mother now, ball's in your court.
Tom Hanks.
Look at me. I'm the mother now.
I'm the mother now.
Yuri's Grave. You get a sorcery, Cherishing Fingers, found in the West Graveyard after defeating Ymir, surrounds the caster with a mesh of hefty fingers that ward all manner of projectiles, whether magical or physical in nature, away from the caster. Charging enhances his potency. These fingers are just going to flick away damage.
They kind of wrap themselves around you to protect you. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. The deer fingers look after their mother, or perhaps that is merely what the mother wishes to believe.
I think that's true. Now, Yolan will be crumpled in the corner, looking sad, going through a phase, and she'll say, Count Ymir, the stars, the sky, I see them not. The night is ever dark. I need the stars. Give me light. You can choose to use the iris of grace to show her faith, to restore her joie de vivre, or you can use the iris of occultation. The grace, she says, oh, it blinds, as if our night simply never was, or the occultation says, no light anywhere at all. This is the night that I know, our night. So with the occultation, you use, you get the Sword of Night, a weapon, a katana, which I'm a big fan of katanas, a sword of the all-consuming bottomless black that devours even the light that shines upon it. Wielded by Yolan, Sword Hand of Night, the blade of the sword is only semi-corporeal and thus cannot be guarded against completely. Very cool. And its unique skill, the Witching Hour Slash. Hold the sword level and infuse it with the Dark of Night before unleashing a series of incorporeal attacks. Also cannot be completely blocked. The Iris of Grace, however, gives you the Sword Hand of Night, Yolan Ashes. This is the spirit that wields a sword, blah, blah, blah. Though it was not by the shining star that she had longed for, this was her night illuminated. But this was at times blinding light and threatened to expunge the night entirely. You take her ashes up to the shaman village. You go down the back. You drop down the cliffside. You can enter Raboth's Rise from the top. And here, you'll find a collapsed puppet of Anna. That's right. Another puppet. It's gross. Let the puppets be. Let the puppets be. But then you can combine the ashes together to make the Sword Hands of Night, Yolan, and Anna. You get both of them at once. Yolan's swords and Anna's claws. They were both born in a cold, dark jail, deprived of light, to be Sword Hands of Night. And that's the ending of their tale. Now they're just in my pocket for whenever I need help.
Hey.
And they're great because you get 2 sword hands with 1 spirit ash. Level them up. One of the best spirit ashes in the game for me anyways.
Yeah, but I want the katana. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Beat it twice. Get both.
Yeah, that's true.
I've done it 3 times. So I actually have spirits of Yolan and Anna, spirits of Yolan, and the katana.
Look at you.
I know. I have a life almost.
It's, keeping them in your pocket's not a bad thing because it's dark in your pocket and they only know darkness. So they might just feel at home.
Yeah, it's like a Pokeball.
Yeah.
They're little Pokemon. And yeah, the Finger Ruins, my favorite part of the Shadow of the Erd Tree.
I think it's up there with mine too. I look back at the, the storeroom with like a little bit more of a fondness.
The storeroom's cool.
But this is probably one of my favorite parts of the DLC. One of my favorite boss fights, even though it's not difficult. It was just like, it really kind of scratched that Lovecraftian itch for me.
Yeah.
And I just fucking dig it.
For a character to explicitly say, this is all bullshit and everyone's making it up. If he hadn't gone crazy and tried to finger me, I would have said, you're cool. But he started saying weird shit and tried to finger me. But love this section. So our next episode, we're going to go to my least favorite section of probably the whole game. It's got redeeming things for sure. Least favorite part of the DLC, but that'll be on our next episode. Special thanks to our Patreon executive producers, Rykard, Chrissianic, Malekip the Black Blade, Blaggard Big Brian Ward, Jordan Hoslow, Sorceress of Blood, Festering Fingerprint Phil Wright, Phil Just Red Bear Phil, thanks Tyler, Bellbearing Hunter Bryant Ross, Crucible Knight Kelly Gutowski, and Justin Melly's Murray the Impaler. We appreciate your support. And if you're listening to this on the regular feed, you can get access to probably at this point 10, 12 more episodes immediately just by going to patreon.com/hairofthedogcast. And tons of great episodes. You also get access to a lot of bonus raw dogs, and there's our whole other podcast series, Doggies After Dark, and side quests. So check it out. There's a free trial, and we encourage everyone to do that. Otherwise, I've been Sir Ansbach.
And I'm Lady Freya.
And we'll see you next time on Elden Dogs.